Math class for some of us was enjoyable when it was just numbers. But when you place letters next to these numbers, it becomes complicated. But that was the true breakthrough of mathematics, solving for an unknown variable. For example, when you're trying to figure out how much money you have to put aside each month to buy, let's say, a car you've wanted. It seems like a simple solution, but can you write it down in a formula that can be solved? Of course, this is an easy problem, but it can get much more complicated, like solving the circumference of Earth or the distance of the Sun. This is where the genius of mathematicians of the Islamic world have changed the course of history. Muhammad ibn Musa al-Khwarizmi, born in 780 AD, laid down the foundations of algebra and algorithms. His story begins in Persia, an area known today as Uzbekistan. Persia was conquered by Muslims in 913 AD. The world at the time recognized the prosperous and progressive empire of the Muslims, and the city of Baghdad became the most renowned location of scientific studies, the House of Wisdom. In Baghdad was an academic institution, the largest of its time, and this is where young Muhammad traveled to in pursuit of knowledge. Through his studies, he came across the specific rules of Islamic inheritance. Now, Islamic inheritance can be complicated, although Quranic guidelines were clear. But with lots of factors contributing to the calculations of inheritance, it can get complicated, like funeral expenses, paying off debt of the deceased, determining the value of property, and properly dealing with wills left behind. Al-Khwarizmi took it upon himself to simplify this, and this is how the formulation of equations was born. Before Al-Khwarizmi's time, the world never heard of a concept called equations, and today there is not one educational institute that does not teach this. Al-Khwarizmi introduced linear equations and became famous for it. He was appointed as the head of the library within the House of Wisdoms, as well as the head astronomer of this institution. After inventing linear equations, he ventured out to solve more complex mathematical problems. However, certain geometry problems could not be solved, and so he worked on methods to solve them and was successful by introducing the concept of quadratic equations. Al-Khwarizmi gave the world his amazing book, Al-Kitab Al-Mukhtasar fi Hisab Al-Jibr Wal-Muqabala, the compendious book on calculation by completion and balancing. This book introduced algebra as a separate mathematical discipline and was translated into Latin in 1145. This book was the main source of reference when teaching algebra in European universities for over 500 years. Al-Khwarizmi earned the title Father of Modern Algebra for his discovery of linear and quadratic equations. His incredible contribution to the world of mathematics is monumental. He made complex real-world problems easy to write down and solve. And to end with an interesting fact, Soviet Russia issued a stamp in Al-Khwarizmi's memory. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.